Daenerys' thirst for revenge had turned King's Landing into a city of ashes. But in the end, the woman who conquered kingdoms was killed by the only man she truly loved. To save the people of Westeros, Jon Snow killed Daenerys Targaryen. Watching his mother die, Drogon let out a roar so terrifying that the entire city shook. For a brief moment, everyone thought Jon Snow would be burned alive. But Drogon wasn't angry at Jon. He was angry at the one thing that had destroyed everyone who ever desired it, the Iron Throne. With one devastating blast of dragonfire, Drogon melted the throne into liquid metal, ending the symbol that had caused generations of betrayal, war, and bloodshed. Then, carrying Daenerys' body gently in his claws, the last dragon disappeared into the eastern skies. No one knew where he had gone. With the war finally over, Bran Stark became the king of the Six Kingdoms. Jon Snow was sent back to the Night's Watch as punishment for killing Daenerys. King Bran even offered Grey Worm and the Unsullied enough gold and land to build a new home of their own. But Grey Worm refused. There was only one place he wanted to go: Noth, the homeland of Missandei. While they were together, Missandei would often tell him stories about her childhood, about the little sister she had left behind after being taken away as a slave. Sometimes she would quietly wonder, "Does my sister even remember who I am anymore?" Those words stayed with Grey Worm forever. So carrying Missandei's ashes and leading the Unsullied aboard Daenerys' fleet, Grey Worm sailed for Noth. At the very same time, the Master of Whisperers rushed to Bran. "My king, Drogon has been spotted flying east." Bran simply replied, "I'll find him." Using his visions, Bran prepared to search for Drogon, but before he could, the dragon had already reached his destination, Volantis, and something unbelievable happened there. The people didn't panic. Nobody ran. Nobody screamed. It was almost as if seeing a dragon wasn't unusual at all. Without slowing down, Drogon flew straight toward the largest temple of the Lord of Light and landed on its roof. Within seconds, dozens of red priests rushed outside. One elderly priestess calmly walked toward Drogon, and instead of speaking the common tongue, she greeted him in High Valyrian. Her name was Maya. The moment she reached him, Drogon quietly stepped aside, showing her Daenerys' lifeless body. One look was enough. "Take her inside, now!" The priests immediately carried Daenerys into the temple. Her body was already growing cold. There wasn't a second to lose. The ritual began immediately. 7 of the most powerful red priests surrounded Daenerys. The others formed a massive circle behind them, placing their hands on each other's shoulders. Then, the chanting started. Ancient High Valyrian echoed throughout the temple. Outside, Drogon stood completely still, listening to every word. The chanting became louder, more powerful, more desperate, and it never stopped. One day passed, then another, then another. For 7 straight days, the priests continued without rest. Many collapsed, others fainted from exhaustion. But the original 7 priests never moved. Not even once. Until, on the 7th day, a massive bolt of lightning struck the sky above the temple, and in that exact moment, Daenerys opened her eyes. The 7 priests instantly collapsed unconscious. The ritual had worked. Daenerys had no idea where she was or how she was alive. She slowly walked outside and found Drogon waiting for her. She gently touched his face, then looked down at the wound that Jon Snow had left in her chest, the wound that should have killed her forever. Meanwhile, Grey Worm finally reached Noth. Meeting Missandei's younger sister filled him with happiness. But that happiness didn't last long. That very night, a traveler claimed he had seen a dragon flying toward Volantis. Grey Worm froze. If Drogon was alive, could Daenerys be alive too? Without wasting another second, he gathered the Unsullied, boarded the fleet, and sailed straight for Volantis. Missandei's sister, Kiara, insisted on joining him. Grey Worm agreed. Back in Volantis, Maya explained everything to Daenerys. She told her how Jon Snow had killed her, everything that had happened after her death. Daenerys couldn't accept it. The man she loved had become the man who ended her life. Seeing her heart break, Maya looked into her eyes and said, "Your purpose isn't over. The Lord of Light brought you back for a reason. Jon Snow still needs you. And the greatest war of all hasn't even begun." Those words left Daenerys speechless. At that very moment, Grey Worm and the Unsullied finally arrived in Volantis. As they marched through the city, A massive shadow passed over them. Everyone looked up. Drogon. Without saying a word, the entire army followed the dragon through the streets. Grey Worm suffered a small injury along the way and ordered the soldiers to keep following Drogon. Kiara stayed behind with him. When Grey Worm finally reached the temple, he noticed something strange. Every Unsullied had stopped walking. They were all staring at the same place. Grey Worm pushed through the crowd, and then he saw her, standing beside Drogon, alive, Daenerys Targaryen. Grey Worm couldn't hold back his emotions anymore. He immediately dropped to his knees. "My queen, forgive me. I couldn't stop Jon Snow. I couldn't save you." Daenerys walked toward him, lifted him to his feet, and hugged him. "You have nothing to apologize for." One by one, every Unsullied fell to one knee. Even Kiara. Their queen had returned. But neither Daenerys nor Grey Worm realized that this wasn't the end of the story. It was only the beginning, because the truth Maya was about to reveal would change everything they thought they knew about the war. If you enjoyed this story and want to see what happens next, make sure to subscribe to Savage Mystery and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Because in the next chapter, we'll uncover the biggest mystery yet. What did the Night King do after his rebirth? The answers will change everything you thought you knew about this story. I'll see you in the next video.